right? So in the down methods, we are having two methods. One is children and other one is find method. Okay, so first one we can discuss about the children methods. Children method. So then same thing, copy. So JQ 13 JQ 20.html. Okay. So here is a jQuery traversing down methods. Okay. So then here are the method. Here are the HTML's DOM elements. We are having a span and paragraph, div and another div and mode. So this is a main parent element. So then after that parent one, parent two, parent three. So then child element. Okay. So now we can see. So here is the library file. So then after that, so we are enabling this one. So previously we discussed about the parents and parents until. Here we are having the children method, children, then CSS, same as it is. So just we change the method. Okay. So then paragraph children 20.html. So this is the paragraph children. All right. So which one? Span is the children. Previously it is adding the upward. So when we check this one, so it is adding the CSS here. Now it is adding the children methods. Okay. Paragraph children. For suppose if you want to take the class, for suppose here we are having the P1, P2, P3. So for suppose if you can calculate the P1 children's, if you can find out the P1 children's, what happened? It's a dot class, right? So then see now. So here is the P1, P1 children is P2. Okay, P1 children is P2. So then next method is find method. Next method is find method. So we can see. Where is this one? Here it is. So we are commenting this one. So then here it is. So dot p1 dot find. We have to give from. So which children elements up to which children elements we want to take it. Okay. So previously how we can use parents until same this one. So find we have to use. Okay. For find, so we can use up to span. We are having this span, right? So up to span I am applying this one. You know, span is added, right? So suppose if you don't give the span, so then you just give the star symbol. You just give the star. You can apply the star. It will apply after P1. All the children it will apply. If you can give the star. Okay. If you want to give the specific element, so then you can mention. So for suppose if you want to P P3 element, so then you have to give the you have that one. It is for trying to find out the P3. So then it is applied. See this one P3, then style is added. Okay. If you can apply the star, If you want to apply for all the children, so just you can give the star symbol. Okay. So whatever children is there, so it will applicable for all the children. Okay. So these are the down traversing down element. Okay. So this one is called the descendants. This one is called the descendants. Down methods is called the descendants. Up methods is called the ancestors. Okay. So these are the jQuery traversing methods. jQuery traversing method. Next one is the jQuery siblings. jQuery siblings. Here is traversing sideway in the DOM tree. There are many useful jQuery methods for traversing sideways in the DOM tree. So first one is the sibling methods, siblings. Next, next all, next all, next until, previous, previous all, previous until. Okay, same way how we can find out the upward ancestors and descendant. So here also we are having the siblings. In the siblings we are having the multiple methods. So first one is the siblings. First one is the siblings. So second method is next, next all, next until, next until. So then previous, previous all, previous until. Okay. So these are the methods we are having in the side pane. Okay. Now we can see jQuery, JQ21.html. Okay. So same thing. Here I am creating. So it is a main parent element. So then after that, have one H1. Okay. H1. So then after that, I have H2. Say H2. So then after that, I have H3. So this is H3. So then after that, say paragraph. Okay. Paragraph. Okay. So then span. Okay. Span element. Okay. So these are the elements I have. Okay. So in that, first one is the siblings. First one is the siblings. Right. So we can see where is this one? Yes, here it is. Okay. So I'm taking the H3 dollar. So then selector H3 dot action shape links. So then dot css color equal to orange. Then comma border. So 3 pixel or 3 pixels dotted red or orange. Okay, this is the one I am applying. Okay, so then now you can see 21. See, except this H3, whatever siblings means it's a relation. It's a relation of either brother relation or sister relation like that, right? So For H3, so H2, H1 and paragraph and span elements also is siblings of H3. Okay. So the next one, next method is next. Okay. Next method is next. So then we can see that one. Same thing, copying, just I'm changing the method next. Next, what it is having after H3, what it is having? We are having only after H3, we are having paragraph. Okay, we are having paragraph. For suppose, so if you want to see the previous one, if you want to see the previous one, previous previous method. So what is the H3 previous? So it's a H2, right? So that's so this is the next one. This is the previous one. Okay. So next method is next all and previous all. Next all and previous all. So same thing. Next all. Okay. So we can see one method first. Next all. So H3 after H3 we are having paragraph and span element. So then if we can apply the previous all also, it is applying whatever previous elements are there. So those previous elements it's okay. So next until and previous until we are having next until and previous until. Till now we didn't pass any parameters to this one. So now we have to pass the parameters for next until and previous until. Okay. So next until and previous until. We have to tell so up to so we are giving the next until so we have to give so where is the next until. Okay, so now if we can without parameter it is applicable all the elements, it is applicable all the elements. If you want to give, if you want to give, it is applicable all the elements, no errors, right? So then for suppose I want to only up to h2, so then we can give h2. So this one is up to paragraph, up to span element. It is happening. Next until previous until. Okay. So there is no elements in that. So that's why it is not taking. So then where is this element? So I'm giving so after H3 I'm adding another UL. Okay. So then inside UL, so I'm giving the LI. Okay. So then another li method, li DOM element. So here I am giving up to h3, so then I am adding h4 and h5 I am giving h5. Now you can see how it is applying all the elements up to h2 I am giving, right? So then I am giving up to h4 I am giving. So then okay, next until so there is no h4, so that's why it is taking. So I'm giving only span element. So then for previous, I'm giving up to H2. Okay. So now you can see. Okay. So for H3 up to H2, H5, H4 is having. So for H1, next we are having up to I'm giving span element. So if we can give the UL, we can give the UL. So it is applying for span element also. Yes. Okay. So these are the traversing methods. So these are the traversing methods. So siblings, next siblings. Okay. So the next one is the next method. So next, next all, next until. So then previous and previous all. Where is this one? Where it is not having same thing. Previous and previous all, previous until. Okay. So next one is jQuery, jQuery conflict, jQuery conflict. When we will get the jQuery conflict? So whenever we are using the multiple versions, so here now we are executing only single file. When we go to the real time, so we can include the lot of library files. For slideshow, we can include another libraries. For slideshow, we can include. For pagination, we can include. For any graphics related thing, we can include different type of jQuery. So when we go to the real time, we are included lot of jQuery file. So for suppose if you can see, so in this, so for this slideshow, we can include one one jQuery file. Okay, so this is different module, this is different module, slideshow is different module. Okay, so for this testimonial is different module, it is a different module, and this one is also a different module. Okay, so we can include lot of jQuery files, lot of jQuery library files. These are the multiple methods. Okay, so each and everything is a different. For suppose see this one, so when I click on it, it is going to the top. For this one also we can include. For if you want to work the, if you want to work this sets, so we have to include another jQuery. These are all the different method, different modules. We can combine all these modules. Okay, so at the time, so we cannot place the, we cannot check each and every module and what is the version of this one, what is the version of this one. So we cannot check that one. Okay, so it will take a lot of time. So at that time, so we may get, just give me a second, 1 minute please. Sorry guys. Yeah. So whenever, if we can include all these modules, so we may include the lot of jQuery libraries. Okay. So at that time, so we may get the jQuery conflicts at that time. So if you can write any custom jQuery method, so we may get the jQuery conflict errors at that time. So what are the different type of what type of error we will get? For suppose here here if you won't include this library file, so we will get the so this is the one. So reference dollar is not defined. Dollar is not defined because of we are not included. The same way, if you can include the lot of library files, if you can include the lot of library files, so at that time, so the application don't know which library we have to use. So some modules are having old libraries, some modules are having latest libraries. At the time, so application don't know. So at the time we have to use. So if you can write any custom JavaScript jQuery, application don't know. Application don't know which file it is, which library. So it may take. So at the time, so we have to use the dollar no conflict method. We have to use it. Okay. So dollar no conflict method we have to use dollar dot no conflict. Okay. Dollar dot no conflict we can use it. So just you can define like that, then you can use it. Dollar dot no conflict. So whenever you are writing the custom jQuery, so then so if you can get any the type of dollar is not defined, so you can write like this dollar dot no conflict you can write, then you can happily write the your own jQuery method. So in the same way, for suppose, so you can include your custom. So we may include the so instead of this dollar, so we can include the jQuery notation also. Okay, so we can include the jQuery notation. Now you can see it is working fine. Okay, so here we are using jQuery. So then here we are using the dollar. Okay, because of it is a small file, so it is working fine. It is a it is a small file, and also we didn't include much more method, so then it is working fine. So whenever you are writing, so you cannot include the dollar for some methods, dollar jQuery for some methods. You cannot do like that. So you can choose if you want to include the dollar as a notation of jQuery, or you can include the jQuery. So you can include both. You cannot include the both the things. Either you can choose either dollar or jQuery. Okay. So at that time, so we didn't get the jQuery conflicts. Okay. So that is the conflict thing. Okay. So jQuery uses the dollar sign as a shortcut for jQuery. Shortcut for jQuery. If two different frameworks are using the same shortcut, if that means two different frameworks means, so it's a different versions. We are using the for now we are using the latest version 3.6. So some of the modules it may include the so one version, some of the modules it may include the second version. At the time, so we will get. Okay, so the jQuery team has already thought about this and implemented the no conflict method. The no conflict method releases the hold of the dollar shortcut identifier so that other scripts cannot. Okay, so you can use the either jQuery or to simplify the things you can use the shortcut of jQuery. Okay, so that is the no conflict. Whenever you are getting the no conflict. For suppose instead of these two things, dollar or jQuery, so if you want to include the your own variable, so just create a my JQ equal to dollar dot no conflict. Okay, so dollar dot no conflict. So then you can happily use this one. It is working fine. Okay, it is working fine. So if you can use either your own shortcut also, we can use it. So whenever you are using your own shortcut, so then you have to write this one. So if you won't write, so for suppose if you are not writing this one, so you will get this one. So JQ is not defined. Okay, so that is the conflicts things are happening in the jQuery. Okay, next one. Next one, traversing filtering. Another thing is we are having the filtering and filters. Two methods we are having. So first one we can check the filtering. Okay. So the most basic filtering methods are first, last, and equal. First, last, and equal, which allows you to select specific element based on its position in the group of elements. So suppose here we are having the group of elements. Here we are having the group of elements. In that one, so if you want to select first element or last element are equal to if you want to only specific element, so we can use it. Okay, so that is these three are the filtering methods, not filter, it's a filtering methods. First one is the first method, and second one is last method and equal method. So we can see how we can use these things. So then jq22.html. Okay. Here, so we are deleting all these things. WordPress. So then, so jq dot, so I'm removing this one also. h3 dot first. First. See? So we are having only one h3, that's why we are getting this one. We are having only one h3. So that's why. Okay. So for suppose if you are having the multiple h3s, I'm having the multiple h3s. h3 1 and h3 2 and h3 3 and h3 4. So now h3 1 it is applied. h3 1 it is applied. So then, so if you can see the h3 next, h3 next. So these are all the next, right? So it is applying whatever h3 next is there. So all those things it is applied. Okay, h3 2, h3 3, h3 4, then paragraph. All right. So the next one, that is next method. So last and equivalent, last h3. See, 3 4 is the h3, 4 is the last element. So then equivalent one. First suppose equivalent one, so you can apply the eq. Eq means equivalent. For suppose I want two second element. So for first element we are having the first, for last element we are having the last, for next for all the elements we can choose the next. So then so for specific element you want to know, so then for suppose I want third element, so then we have to use the eq method, equivalent method. Okay, equivalent method. Okay, so then so it is applying, for suppose if I am giving the 0, if I am giving the 0, it is applying the first one. Okay, that means that index always starts from 0, index always starts from 0. Now here, so if you can give the second one, it is applying to third element. Okay, third element, that is the first, last and next element. Okay, sorry, equal to element. So the next one is another two methods we are having, another two methods we are having, not. So here filter also there, eq. So then not method. So the not method returns all the elements that do not match the criteria. If the criteria is not matched, then it is applying to other elements. Okay. So now see here, we just use the not, remove this one. So then you can see not, we have to include which one we have to remove, which one we have to accept. Okay, so then so we have to include, for suppose we can try to give the index, it is accepting or not, we will see. Indexing is not accepting. For suppose here, so we can give the class here, class equal to class equal to you know. Okay, so for two things I am giving the okay, so here that and okay, so except those two things, so remaining it will apply. Okay, h32 and h33, so remaining h31 and h34 it is applied. Okay, so that is the use of not method. Okay, so then next one is the filter method. Filter method, so previously first one, so we are seeing the first method and last method. So whatever element we are winning, so we can take it that as a equal to method. Okay, so then not whatever we don't need, so then we are accepting those things. So for accepting, for leaving those two elements, we are having the not method. For suppose, so now I want only those classes, those whatever elements is having no, whatever elements is having no, so I want only those two things. So then for that one, so I have to use the filter method. I have to use the filter method. Now you can see filter. Now you can see only h32 and h33 is applied. Okay, so these are the jQuery filtering methods. Filtering methods, first, last and equal to, so then not method and filter method. These five are the filtering methods. These five are the filtering methods. Next one, final one in the jQuery, final concept. So jQuery filters. jQuery filters. How we can see the filters? How we can apply the filters in the jQuery? We can see now. jQ23.html. It's a jQ filter method. Use use jQuery to filter or search for specific element. If you want to filter the elements or search for a specific element, so we can use the you can use the filters concept. Okay, so then here this one, copying same thing and add it here. So then remove all these things. So this one also remove. Okay, so then I have a one table. Here I have a table. So then th and inside th. Okay, so serial number. So the next one, so th name. So then next one th email. Okay, so then after th we have a keyboard, the body. Okay, so then tr here the td serial number one. So then we have a name called td teja. So then mail is td teja at mail.com. Okay, so same thing, we are having multiple